Hey guys, Mac here. I want to talk about a new piece of technology, well new to me anyway, that's come along because I think it looks really impressive. Now, what am I talking about? Well, to set the background, I've been looking at some videos lately and I haven't been able to work out how they've been filmed. It's basically blown my tiny little mind. So I spent ages looking at these videos and just boggling over it really. I've done a fair bit of investigation and I think I've worked out how they've done it. Now the kind of videos I'm talking about are the ones where someone's talking to a camera in really kind of enclosed environments and it looks like somebody's either filming them or following them with the camera, but then all of a sudden the aspect will change and you realise that actually somebody else can't be carrying that camera, and I just couldn't work out how they were doing it. But I think now I know. So let's have a look at this piece of tech. Now just to be clear, when I'm talking about this right now, I haven't tested this and I haven't played with it, but that will come later. I'll include some clips in a little while. So let's see what I'm talking about. It's this thing, the Insta360 One X. It's a 360 action camera apparently. I haven't bought this, it's been lent to me just so I can have a look at it, which is kind of cool, thanks guys. I want to have a play with it and see if it's as good as I think it might be. Now I've looked at 360 cameras before, but whenever I've looked at them, I haven't been able to work out the footage I've been watching. It just kind of, it messes my head a little bit and I didn't really enjoy using or watching it. So the footage from this, from what I've seen, looks pretty excellent. So let's have a look and see what's actually in the box. He says. Okay, let's see what's in here. Instructions, who reads those? Tons of cables. What do we got? Protective pouch, that sounds cool. It's very pouchy. Cables, what's this? For connecting to my phone. So this is for, apparently according to the box, it's made for an iPhone and iPad. Lightning at one end and USB-C at the other. So it looks like you can connect it to virtually any phone from all the cables that you've included there. Didn't look to see what that was. Connect to your computer, so that's just a USB to mini USB. Couple of batteries, 2 of them, that's pretty good, including 2 batteries. We've got some kind of selfie stick, and apparently it's an invisible one, which I think gives a clue as to how people have been taking this footage that I've been talking about. Oh, that'll be one end of the tripod, I think. And of course, we have the camera itself, which is okay, so it's an unusual shape. It's not your normal GoPro shape. Battery compartment on the side, and it's already got an SD card in it. Just to be clear, I think this is bought as some kind of kit, so I think it's about 500 UK pounds. I think you get the camera on its own without the fancy invisible selfie stick and all that good stuff, but I'm quite looking forward to having a play with this and see what it can do.
So that was my first attempt at using that device, and the editing and everything like that I did on my iPad. Now my iPad only outputs at 1080p. If you want to output 4K, you absolutely can, but I think you have to use a desktop. Now I've actually upscaled that to 4K because I tend to publish my stuff in 4K. With that type of video, what I was actually doing in post is changing the view that I was selecting, and the software would then pan round to the direction that I wanted to have in the view. I wouldn't say it's the easiest process. It takes some getting used to, and I suspect the more I use it, the easier it will get. There is, of course, the other way of videoing, which is you actually publish the video itself in 360 and allow the consumer to decide which way they actually want to look in the video. Now, I can't combine the two video types in one YouTube video, so what I will do is I'll publish a link to another one that I've done in the description, which will show that 360 view. You need to be able to look at it on a 360 supporting platform, and YouTube's one of those, Facebook is another, and I'm sure there's more of them out there. At the beginning of this video, by the way, I mentioned that I've been lent this device to actually test it. Now, just to give you an idea of how much I like it, I've actually gone out and bought one with my own money, and I'm quite looking forward to actually using it in anger because it looks like a device for getting some great footage. I will say it's a little bit harder to use and a little bit harder to edit because you have to view your editing in a slightly different way, and I will say I haven't quite got the hang of that, as you've probably seen from my previous example, but I'm hoping with a bit of practice I'll get the hang of it because, like I say, it looks like quite a cool device. Anyway, I've got some trips coming up. I'm going to make a point of using this device. I'll try and publish some better examples than my first attempt, which came out better than I expected. Anyway, quick summary. I think the device is brilliant and I bought one myself.